Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Narottam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayanti Nashtaprahesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavate Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhakti Nashtaki. So continuing with the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 5, Vidura's talks with Maitreya, text number 19 onwards. Neta chitra tvaikshatta bhadrayana viride grihito nanya bhavena yatvaya haririshvaraha. O Vidura, it's not at all wonderful that you have so accepted the Lord without deviation of thought, for you were born from the semen of Vyasadeva. So as we know from Vyasadeva, these three boys were born, Pandu, Dhritarashtra and Vidura, from different mothers. So this semen of Vyasadeva, why is it important? And Prabhupada is explaining. The value of great parentage and noble birth is evaluated here in connection with the birth of Vidura. The culture of a human being begins when the father invests his semen in the womb of the mother. According to his status of work, a living entity is placed in a particular father's semen. And because Vidura was not an ordinary living entity, he was given the chance to be born from the semen of Vyasadeva. So he was born, he was son of Vyasadeva. He appeared as a son of Vyasadeva, although he's Yamraji himself, he's a Mahajan. But here, in this birth, he appeared as son of Vyasadeva. So great, very great parentage. And this is what Maitreya Muni is saying, that no wonder you are so attached to Krishna because of the great parentage. And not just great parentage, because Dhritarashtra also had the same father. But even after being born, Vidura never lost his contact with devotional service, with Krishna, with his service of Krishna, with service of his devotees. So Dhritarashtra, on the other hand, he associated with Shakuni, people like Shakuni and Duryodhana. So he did not carry on the same lineage. The birth of a human being is a great science, and therefore reformation of the act of impregnation according to the Vedic ritual called Garbhadan Sanskar is very important for generating good population. The problem is not to check the growth of the population, but to generate good population on the level of Vidura, Vyasa and Maitreya. There is no need to check the growth of the population if the children are born as human beings with all precautions regarding their birth. So-called birth control is not only vicious but also useless. So that's another aspect, another way of looking at birth control. Real birth control is to have proper children, proper God-abiding, God-loving, God-serving children. That is the real birth control. It means we don't want to have children who are like demons. So Garbhadan Sanskar, Prabhupada is mentioning that there's so many sanskar one has to go through, one should go through in his life. And in fact, this was one of the setup of Varnashram Dharma. Garbhadan Sanskar is when the garb, the womb of the mother is purified by sanskar, by puja, by yajna, so only a pure soul takes shelter of that womb. Very important. Of course, this day and age, it's very difficult to find Brahmins who can do properly Garbhadan Sanskar. So Prabhupada said, okay, before conceiving, husband and wife, they should chant 50 rounds. Both of them, they should chant 50 rounds that day, and then they can conceive the child. So idea is only a pure soul should enter that womb. not just any demonic soul. And we can see from the context of Gardam Muni and Devhuti. Not Devhuti, I'm sorry. Kashyap Muni and Aditi. Diti and Aditi. So Diti, when she wanted to have union with Kashyap Muni, she actually had that union at the wrong time and with the wrong consciousness and the wrong mood. So it is explained over there that Lord Shiva has his associates, which are ghosts and goblins and those kind of associates. So when he sees somebody having union, sexual union at a wrong time, wrong mood, then he dispatches one of those souls in the womb of those kind of parents. So let them have this kind of progeny. Because Lord Shiva is very merciful on those souls, ghosts and goblins, and they need to have a gross body to carry on further. So Lord Shiva sends those kind of souls in the womb of their kind of mothers. So that's why Garbhadan Sanskar is important, and after Garbhadan Sanskar also one has to carry on like the parents. If they are practicing devotees, then in their association, in their upbringing, proper upbringing, the kid will become a devotee or a very nice person, and that is important. And like Prabhupada is saying, there is no need to check the population if the children are born as human beings with all precautions regarding their birth. Because then Mother Earth, like Prabhupada said, Mother Earth can produce 10 times more what she is producing now. She can take care of 10 times more population than what we have right now. But she doesn't. She withholds her power because the progeny is like this. We are we have so many demonic tendencies. So what is she going to do? Why would she uh, feed us properly? She just still feeds us, although we are so demonic. We are basically killing the environment, killing nature, and ruining Mother Earth. So much of pollution we are creating. Still, she is feeding us, but she can feed us. She can really nourish us much more if we become devotees, and the future progeny is also devotees. So that's why Prabhupada said there is no need of this artificial method of population control, which is vicious. Killing babies in the womb of the mother. That is very sinful. And how can Mother Earth tolerate this kind of sinful population on her? And in fact, it is said Mother Earth can still tolerate everything, but the weight of a person who's lying, who tells lies all the time. So in Kali Yuga, these are all big problems, and that's why we see so many natural calamities in Kali Yuga. Here, as structural engineer, we have to design buildings to cope up with all these natural calamities, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes. So we don't have too much loss of death and loss of lives and loss of property. But still, I mean, it's in our survey that our statistics show that now bigger earthquakes are coming than what used to happen 50 years ago. Bigger and more dangerous hurricanes and tornadoes, and more frequently they are coming. So it's again more and more natural calamities are happening, and stronger now, stronger and stronger. So we have to keep on designing our structures in a better way. But how far we can go? It's always a problem. One hurricane here in America, it can cause damage of billions and billions of dollars. But people are so sinful, they still don't understand why is this happening. It's not that the global warming is happening, that's why the hurricanes are there, or tornadoes, or or other calamities are there, or it's because of our sinful way of living. Because of, basically, like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, if you're not offering the food, offering what you're eating back to the God, then you're eating only sin. Even if somebody is vegetarian, if he is not offering it back to God, he is eating only sin. Of course, it is lesser amount of sin than eating an animal, and even more sin is if he is eating a cow. But look at how much sin is going on, how much sin we are committing all over the world. Every single day, not even single day, every single hour, every single minute. So many cattle, so many cows are being slaughtered, so many animals are being slaughtered in name of food, filling our bellies. When Mother Earth has provided enough in terms of grains and milk and fruits and vegetables to fill our belly with and live a healthy life. But because of all this sinful activities, she doesn't give us enough. So we have to commit more sins because then we have to eat more animals. But animal population also goes down, then we have to give artificial injections and artificial proteins to the animals to make them fatty, and then so we can consume them. And it leads to lots of diseases in human beings and the animals. And less grains, and it is said with the progress of Kali Yuga, there will not be any crops at all. No more crops. So people will be eating animals and then their own kids, and then Kalki Avatar will come and basically kill everybody to finish off Kali Yuga. But this Kali Yuga is still kept in check by mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For next 10,000, 10,000 years from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, so another 9,500 years, it's still kept in check. Don't take full effect. Till the Sankirtan Yagya, the Sankirtan movement is happening all over the world. So idea is we take advantage of this Sankirtan movement. We take advantage of the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We take advantage of mercy of Srila Prabhupada actually. And associate with devotees, make our life perfect, preach and let others also make their life perfect. So even in this Kali Yuga, like Mahaprabhu said, there'll be a golden period, like Satyuga like period, which is right now, or it can happen maybe in future, not too far. When Mahaprabhu's name will be sung in every town and village, and everybody will, if not everybody, at least everybody has a chance to listen to Harinam. If they don't chant Harinam, chant rounds and become proper, pious devotees. But that time can happen only if we become devotees and we expect a progeny who is a devotee. Or we make our kids, we make our family members devotees, at least. We try to instill some knowledge in them, some faith in them by our behavior, by our dealing with them, by our caring for them, and for caring for neighbors and relatives. So this world, which is in big chaos right now, it can also become like Vaikuntha. Because if we start dovetailing everything in the service of Krishna, Mother Earth is Krishna's energy, nature is Krishna's energy, and Krishna can send more spiritual energies to take care of everybody on this planet. What's the big deal for him? He's taking care of all of us anyway, but he can take care of us in a spiritual and nice way also. Provided we become devotees. Everybody talks of Ram Rajya, which was wonderful time at that time and at the time of Lord Ram. But same Ram Rajya can happen now. It's not going to happen just by building the temple in Ayodhya. Of course, that's a good step, no doubt. But it can happen if we become devotees of Lord Ram. If we abide by the instructions of Lord Rama, if we follow the example set by Lord Ram and his brothers, that is Ram Rajya. Ram Rajya is not, okay, Lord Ram is ruling, but we are acting like drunkards and gamblers and skirt chasers and other nonsense activities we do. That's not Ram Rajya. Lord Ram never had that kind of population. And if he had those, he would have killed them. And like he killed Ravan and his associates. So that Rajya is only possible if we become devotees of Lord Rama, Lord Krishna. And Krishna can take care of everybody. He can make the whole atmosphere like Vaikuntha. Like when Maharaj Yudhishthira was ruling after the battle of Mahabharata, it is said none of the, and he was ruling all over the world, by the way, not just India. None of the people in his population, none of the population had to suffer from Adidevic, Adibhautik, and Adhyatmic kleshas. It is said in Srimad Bhagavatam. Why? Because Krishna had established Maharaj Yudhishthira on the throne, knowing very well that Yudhishthira Maharaj is a right candidate. He's a perfect devotee to lead everybody properly. And the population also living under him, they were all God-abiding, God-loving, God-serving population. So there were no problems. Krishna had already taken care of all the demons. All the people of demonic mentality, they were all killed. So that kind of situation, Krishna can take care of everything, provided we become devotees, provided we become God-abiding citizens. So there is no need to check the growth of the population. Like people in India say, oh, India is so overpopulated, and if we have only 20% of the population, we would be so happy. Okay, which of the 80% want to leave the bodies right now? None of us would want to. So we cannot command who's going to live and who's not. That's up to Krishna. But we can at least decide how we are going to live. If we have a simple God-centered life, there cannot be any problems. Problem happens when we put ourselves in the center, our enjoyment, our needs, our greeds in the center. And then everybody else does the same, and that's where the problems are. So that's why a life of a devotee is simple, Krishna-centered, and serving each other, loving each other. So that is Vaikuntha atmosphere. Text number 20. Mandavya Shapad Bhagavan Praja Sayamano Yamaha Bhratu Kshetre Bhujishyayam Jata Satyavati Sutat. I know that you are now Vidura due to the cursing of Mandavya Muni, and that formerly you were King Yamaraj, the great controller of living entities after their death. You were begotten by the son of Satyavati, Vyasadeva, in the kept wife of his brother. So another great story how Yamaraj became Vidura. Mandavya Muni was a great sage, and Vidura was formerly the controller Yamaraj, who takes charge of the living entities after death. Birth, maintenance, and death are three conditional states of the living entities who are within the material world. As appointed controller after death, Yamaraj once prized Mandavya Muni for his childhood profligacy and ordered him to be pierced with the lance. Mandavya, being angry at Yamaraj for awarding him undue punishment, cursed him to become a Shudra, member of the less intelligent laborer class. Thus Yamaraj took birth from the womb of the kept wife of Vichitra Virya by the way of the semen of Vichitravidya's brother, Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is the son of Satyavati by the great sage Parashar, and Vichitravirya is the son of same Satyavati by the great king Shantanu, the father of Bhishmadeva. This mysterious history of Vidura was known to Maitreya Muni because he happened to be a contemporary friend of Vyasadeva. In spite of Vidura's birth from the womb of kept wife, because he had otherwise high parentage and great connection, he inherited the highest talent of becoming a great devotee of the Lord. To take birth in such a great family is understood to be an advantage for attaining devotional life. Vidura was given this chance due to his previous greatness. So the story of Mandavya Muni was like that. Mandavya Muni was a great sage and he used to do plenty of tapasya. And he was doing his tapasya sitting in his ashram, and what happened? A thief stole something from king's treasury. And the thief was running, and because the king's soldiers were after him. Running, thief came to this ashram of Mandavya Muni, and he kept his all the stolen things in his ashram. The soldiers came and they caught hold of the thief. They caught the stolen articles, and Mandavya Muni, although he was doing tapasya, the soldiers thought he must be accomplice of the thief. Now he's acting as a sadhu, and they caught him also. So they were brought to the king's court. So the king ordered that both of them should be given punishment. And the punishment was a lance, a shula should be stand erect on the ground with the pointed thing upwards, and the two shulas were kept on the ground, standing up, and the thief and Mandavya Muni on separate shula, they were pushed down. They were punished to sit down on that shula. The shula would go through their anus, and it would go all the way through their skull and kill them. And this would act as a warning to everybody else. If you do commit a crime like this, you will be killed like this. So when the thief was given this punishment, he died immediately. But Mandavya Muni, being a sage, being a tapasvi, he kept his life proper. So then the king heard this news that Mandavya Muni is not dead. He's still alive, even though he is given the same punishment. So king got afraid. He came and he asked the soldiers to remove Mandavya Muni from that shula, and he begged for forgiveness. Mandavya Muni said, "You're not to be. I'll forgive you, but I have this question to Yamraj: why he assigned this punishment for me?" So Mandavya Muni went to Yamraj and he asked Yamraj this question. Yamraj said, "In your childhood, you used to take these thorns and put them like this through the insect's body. You take the thorn, put them in insect's anus, and let the thorn come out of the head of the insect, and the insect would die. And you would really enjoy. So you had to be punished." Mandavya Muni said, any act done by a little children who is less than 13-year-old is not punishable offense. Not the way you got me punished. So means you are not fit to sit on this throne of Yamraj or as a decider here, as a person who decides the fates of others. And so you should go on earth, take the life as a Shudra in the body of it, from the mother of a Dasi, from the womb of a Dasi, or a mother who's a maid servant. And you live 100 years like that. This is your punishment for wrongly punishing me. So Yamraj ji, being a Mahajan, he gladly accepted this curse by Mandavya Muni. Moreover, he was aware that Krishna is going to come, and as the son of this maid servant, he would be able to associate with Krishna and take care of Krishna's devotees. So he understood this is a plan of Krishna, and so he accepted that curse, and he was very happy also at the same time, because he, as a Mahajan, he didn't like to punish people who are coming to the hell. So he gave the charge to Aryama, and and he came as Vidurji on earth for 100 years. And this 100 years, see what he did. He served Krishna. He became the best devotee of Krishna. He took care of Krishna's devotees, Pandavas, very nicely. And in the end, towards the end, he's going on the pilgrimage. He's listening to Krishna Katha first from Uddhav and now from Maitreya Rishi. He said, "This is the best punishment I got." So many stories to be learned, and one thing is, just like Yamraj, he was very happy for this kind of punishment. So we should not be afraid of punishment, of course, not by breaking the law, but if we are still following everything and still we get punished or still we get implicated in something, then we should know Krishna has a better plan. We can't see that, we can't realize that right now, but Krishna certainly has a better plan. So we should go with it and happy. And Krishna will take care of everybody. So anyway, I'll stop the recording now. You all have a wonderful day. And I'm sorry, for the next 4 or 5 days, you will have to bear these recordings, and we'll meet again soon. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.